Hey guys, Wmegan939 here, Spiritual Empress. What up, what up? It's cloudy as hell right now. I'm super tired. I don't know if you guys like detox, or I call it tea talks because I've just been like using tea like up the wazoo, but it kind of drains you when you're getting like all those toxins out. So sorry if I sound a little tired. But I wanted to talk today about Aquarius and Scorpio. A lot of people have been asking about, I'm dating this Aquarius man and I'm a Scorpio woman, or vice versa, or whatever, and asking how to make it work. So I kind of wanted to explain why Aquarius and Scorpio are the way that they are, and how you can make it work. And it's gonna obviously rely on a lot of different factors other than your sun sign. So if you guys haven't charted yourself, go get a free natal chart. Like, you're so much more than your sun sign, and you can only read so much with a sun sign. So just saying it's an Aquarius and Scorpio, there's so many other factors to it. But before I wanted to get into that, I did want to say, for those of you who say stuff doesn't resonate with you, good for you. This is general, so I just want to be really clear. Like, readings are general. They're based off of sun signs of random people I don't know. It's just a general read. Also, they're general about the signs. So when I do certain videos about like Aquarius, and I just want to let you guys know why I do Aquarius. It's pretty damn accurate if you have high Aquarian influences. I can say my chart is about 50% air, about 43% of that is fucking Aquarius. So that's why I can speak to career, because my career placement is in Aquarius. That's why I can speak to all these different placements and talk about Aquarius. I'm just saying from my experience. So y'all don't need to get salty and say nope, or somebody put like a comment like, nope, I can lie and I can this, that. Yeah, every freaking Aquarian's like a master liar. I'm great at lying. I don't like to do it if I'm gonna hurt people. So yeah, so that's the truth about like everything that I say is very general. It's about general placement. So if you guys have like issue with it, like go look up your chart, because you probably have placements elsewhere when it comes to your luck and your finances and your communication and things like that. And it's not just your sun sign. So that out of the way, wanted to talk about Aquarius and Scorpio. Scorpio gets salty too. Like, I don't understand. I'm going to go into a little bit of the negatives of both, and then how you're going to make it work if it's a relationship or a friendship or any of that. And I'm just going to give my experience. So my experience with Scorpios, and the guys and the girls have been a little bit different, but they're different when I was at different places in my life. So I can say a low-level Aquarius is, yes, very unemotional, maybe very fun-loving, but does not get very close to people, is not open to their emotions, does not trust their intuition, or trust other people leading with their emotions or leading with their intuition. Now that is a lower level Aquarius. I can say earlier in my life with Scorpios, with the girls, so I'll go with girls and the males. I think when I was at the place that I was I a very good person? Yes. Was I the greatest person? No, because I didn't have depth when it came to emotions. So at that time, what I attracted was also what I would call lower level Scorpios. So just so you guys know, there's 3 levels to Scorpio. I don't feel so much like that with Aquarius, but there's 3 distinct levels with Scorpio. That's going to be the Scorpion, which is the lowest, which is your guys' constellation. There's the Eagle, and then there's the Phoenix. So with Scorpios, back in my younger days, when I was doing lower level things, like I was partying, I was, just living in the moment, having fun, not being emotional about things, not really caring about maybe how I affected the emotions of others. I mean, obviously, I still didn't want to hurt people, guys, but I wasn't emotionally deep. I was attracting Scorpions. So, that being said, the low-level Scorpion and a female is very clingy, very emotionally unstable, kind of materialistic, and just very needy and dramatic. I did not like Scorpio girls, like, whatsoever, because I didn't understand them, because, again, I'm not emotional, right? So at that point in my life, I had no positive experiences with Scorpio girls. I had no interest in hanging around Scorpio girls. Honestly, they annoyed the fuck out of me. I just couldn't stand them because I always knew that Scorpios were supposed to be powerhouses. So when I got the emotional, you know, girly girls around me, they just seemed very weak. So that's just like my younger Megan take on Scorpio girls. The Scorpio guys were fun. We were always like down for whatever, but it was always very inconsistent. So when you guys were talking, it was always very inconsistent in the way that maybe they partied too. We had like our hoeing times together. Like, it was very fun, but very low level. Yet again, that's going to be a low level Scorpio guy. They just kind of play around. They like to manipulate. They're kind of in and out of your life. Not so much with the Scorpio girls at the low level, but with the guys, yes. How Scorpios and Aquariuses come together and repel depends on the level that you guys are at. So a lot of people will say that they're magnets that come together and repel. 100% yes, if you guys are both lower levels, or if one's a higher level even and one's still a low level. And the reason being is that Aquarius and Scorpio's lesson is actually the same here. So Aquarius has a little bit easier time, sorry to say, learning what this is, but basically Aquarius and Scorpio are both supposedly, and I'm going to say if you gave them like a little checklist of what they wanted out of life earlier in life, for the most part, especially if it's a male Scorpio, they're going to say that they're attracted to power, ambition, and success, and their need for love or love connection is way on the back burner. And I can say 100% true for me. I know that when I was younger, I wanted affluence over people, not to control them, but to change the world. And then every Scorpio that I ever would like work with really was attracted to power. And that's usually why they're initially attracted to an Aquarius, is that independence and that confidence, because they want to be a power couple, as does an Aquarius. So that's something that they both have in common. As far as why they come together and repel is because they're both very attracted to each other in the way that they actually at the core have the same lesson here, and that is to learn that for the Scorpion to become the Phoenix and for the Aquarius to evolve is to learn that love is the true actual power, and that is the true success here. If you can imagine, that's very hard for a hardcore Scorpio and a hardcore Aquarian to understand, because they are the God complexes. They are used to being powerful, attracted to power. So that is their number one goal here on Earth, is to understand and be reborn into emotional depth, craving emotional depth and connections with people, which normally an Aquarius is great working with a team, but they're not attached to these people. And a Scorpio is a lone wolf. They travel alone, they work alone, they're fine being alone, they know what they can rely on in themselves, and Aquarius is the same. So the attachment level there is pretty much null and void with most people with the lower level. How they come together is that at the core level, they see the depth in each other, and they're attracted to it, but one may go in that direction at a different time than the other is ready to, or and depending on what kind of moment they're in with the ego will repel them. It's kind of like, when people start having feelings for each other and they get scared, that's kind of like what the ego does and kind of pushes them away. So if you guys are wondering why you repel each other, it's either you guys are at different levels, or maybe you're both at the same low level and you don't know how to handle it. But ways to like make it work, it's pretty easy. If you guys Google this shit, like, it's all gonna say pretty much the same thing. I can say an Aquarius needs to be open with a Scorpio, and a Scorpio needs to communicate with an Aquarius. An Aquarius doesn't always feel the need to open up to somebody, or be mushy-gushy or like whatever, but a Scorpio definitely wants to see you open up, wants you to share what your inner dreams are with them, things like that. The lower level ones want to do it to manipulate you later, but a Scorpio needs communication in the way a Scorpio needs to actually communicate too. So Scorpios are very deep. They do have a problem communicating their feelings and things like that. You know, the Aquarius maybe not always, you know, sharing with them makes a Scorpio suspicious. And then the Scorpio not always communicating their feelings and hiding them makes the Aquarius kind of suspicious. So also give them, and the funny thing too is everybody's like, give their Aquarius their space. Give them their space, they'll always want to come back, but give Scorpio space too. Scorpios do actually need alone time. And they don't need to be hassled too, because sometimes they need to go into their little, you know, Scorpio shell, I call it. Like, they have a little shell of their own. It's just for them to process things. So if they're going into their shell a lot, or like playing disappearing acts on you, typically it's to process a feeling or process an emotion. Also too, it could be ego. I mean, maybe they are starting to have feelings for you and ego is pushing them away. So if it's a low leveler, they're going to be playing games like that where they're going to be going away. But the mature Scorpio will just do that to kind of like recharge, because they do get extrasensory like information like an Aquarius does, and they can get more overwhelmed with it than the Aquarius. So Scorpios need a lot of space too. Also do a lot of things together. I can say like doing things together is big with Scorpio. It's big with Aquarius too, but like with a Scorpio, they really want somebody like on their arm that will excel at the same things they do. So I can say the Scorpios that I've borderline dated, we've just really kind of melded well together in like creating activities to do together, or everything we did well together. So whether it was cooking or working out, or we did everything to like a higher standard than everybody else, and that's what they're attracted to. And as far as the girls go, like Scorpio Chicks, the later ones that I've met in life have been really kick-ass, and that's been since I grew like emotionally. I attract that to me. So like I've met such badass Scorpio chicks like in like my later 20s and stuff. Like it really surprised me, because I remember the first two that I met that I just clicked with, I told them that. I said, oh my god, I would have never guessed, because I guessed like they were Geminis or something like that, and they're like, no, we're Scorpios. And I was just like, well damn, you guys are actually cool. So but yeah, those are some blippets on Scorpio and Aquarius making shit work, or why they are the way that they are, or why they repel like magnets. It's not that hard to figure out if you have a lot of water influence in you, which one of my big ones is in water. But yeah, like don't play the power plays, guys. Like the low level Aquarius and the low level Scorpio have a lot of the same traits, where they're very arrogant, they're very know-it-all-y, they're very argumentative, can be secretive and manipulative like most low levels. But yeah, it's really not that hard to figure out. I actually love Scorpios. I really like Scorpio guys, as long as they're like on the right level, because I don't play games and I cut that bullshit out like real fast. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you. We're almost at 900. That's super cool. Really excited about that. If you guys want to like, comment, share, anything like that, don't put your bullshit on here, but like if you guys want to say what you want to say, like it is free forum. If you want to hear about different things, I just got a lot of people asking about Scorpio and Aquarius. I don't hate on Scorpio at all. I probably hate on more Aquariuses than Scorpios, so because Aquarius can be very annoying. So anyway, I love you guys. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I'll be posting more. I just got really busy, but I'll have time this weekend. So I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.